what's a challenge, and it might be EU specific, is that there's lots of external things happening in the economies across this sort of EU at the minute, whether it's potential financial crises or like heat waves that are stopping people doing certain things. And I don't know if anyone else anecdotally feels that those elements are affecting things, because sometimes I don't necessarily think it's just the performance. It feels like there's other things that are quite big distractions here at the minute.
I mean, one thing that we noticed across this the small number of accounts we have in Europe is that sometimes it feels like the European market, obviously, besides the fact that it's way cheaper, right, in terms of like driving traffic, like you cannot compare the cost of driving traffic in Sweden with the US, because you get like $4 CPM compared with like 30, 50, something like this. So sometimes it feels like those more accounts in Europe are performing 10 times better than the US one, to be honest, just because of the competition, auction, the placements you get on Facebook, and like at the entire ecosystem of Meta. And that's what we kind of noticed. We manage all sorts of budget, and just to touch a bit of the Advantage Plus structure as well. We don't really necessarily test new creatives and net new concepts on Advantage Plus. We just test because we like to test a lot in like those broad audiences, and then we just split assets per angle, because we create a high volume of creatives on a weekly basis for the accounts that are spending like 5 to 10K a day as much as possible. So we split between, like, for example, I don't know, like you find some angles that are working really well inside the account, and like then we have like 10 different creators creating creatives around those angles with like different hooks. So we just split them apart like that. And then you only take the best performing ones and you throw them in an AAC with like already like 1-2K per day, and then like just let that see how it performs. Another thing that I noticed on TikTok side is that the smart performance creative structure, which is like an AAC on Meta, those are the same structure, again, testing on ABOs and then moving the best performing ones, and those ones sometimes can really crush it, but only best performing ads that can support ad spend at scale as well. Because like first we test them on those ABOs, we push more ad spend, we try to scale them on the spot there without moving them around. If they support more ad spend, then we move them in like another structure for more budget. That's kind of the way we do it across accounts, to be honest.
Yeah, I definitely think the ASC concept for me, I've used it for best performing. I know people do it for testing, but it feels like where you get the biggest lift.